to Cillian. Scales, back to back, this shit look like reptilians. I just wanna get that money till that shit come millions. I be trapping like my pops, where you think I get this hustle from? These niggas, man, they don't want no bread. These niggas, man, they don't get no crumbs. I just wanna go so smart, these niggas wanna just act so dumb. I just wanna stack it up until I get 100 of them. I just wanna run it up, I think they wanna hustle from me. I just wanna do it how I do it, moving like maneuver. Shooter on the roof, and please don't make me make that car to do you. I just wanna go get this money, you already know we do it. Old school whip, I chop the top, boy, you gotta go medulla.
Whip it in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Yo, go. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix.
It's bacon, soda, buddy, Mr. Arm and Hammer. I've been on with hammers, watch them on my radar scanner. You know I'm cruising like Tom or Penelope. You know I gotta digest bad calories. Got me on the stove tip with the water whip. Pyrex vision, I can vision this. Fumes going up my nose and I ain't got no mask in here. Counting more money than I ever seen in years. Times 3, times 12, turn 4 into 6, serving hardball and softball condiments, hand-to-hand packages, moving with some savages. See, I really got it out the mud with them packages.
Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix.
Count that shit on the floor, stack that shit to the Cillian. Scales, back to back, this shit look like reptilians. I just wanna get that money till that shit come millions. I be trapping like my pops, where you think I get this hustle from? These niggas, man, they don't want no bread. These niggas, man, they don't get no crumbs. I just wanna go so smart, these niggas wanna just act so dumb. I just wanna stack it up until I get 100 of them. I just wanna run it up, I think they wanna hustle from me. I just wanna do it how I do it, moving like maneuver. Shooter on the roof, and please don't make me make that car to do you. I just wanna go get this money, you already know we do it. Old school whip, I chop the top, boy, you gotta go medulla.
Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix. Whipping in that kitchen, mama used to do it, but I do it different, cause I need a bunch of blues in my mix.
What's up with all my peoples out there?
Yeah.
This is Men's Motivational Monday.
You heard?
And I got myself King David.
Me, Mikey the guy, you know what it is.
You know what it is. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying about it.
You gotta turn that down.
Who's
song? Look, I was just over here lying.
Mm-hmm.
I see where it's coming from.
Your boy Big Kev, aka Kevin Brown Jr. What's happening?
I'm in the corner.
Damn, Sam.
I'm in the corner. Damn, Sam.
So we like to give a shout out to Busy One, Star Qualities, Day to Day Podcast. Let's talk about it on Fridays, Sundays. Hey man, what? Oh
no, it go Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
I thought singing a song Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I thought he was on jail. It sounded like he was in order though.
Hey man, he was going in a good motion though. And then I just looked over though. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at
As
soon as I saw Cuz, I'm like, nope, you fucked up. You messed up. His face turned like, hold on, you ain't got no days right.
It sounded professional to me.
I'm with Mike. Listen, it sounded professional to me. He started on Friday, then went to Sunday, then I was going to do Monday, then Wednesday. And then
I'm at Monday right now. Men's Motivational Monday. Check us out on Wednesday for the Women Wednesdays.
That's right. That's right.
I ain't asking no more questions. So hey Sam, I'm the new you.
Nah.
I'm the new you on Wednesday.
Sam said, nah, because y'all be throwing me under the gun on Wednesdays. You know what I mean? I'll be like, y'all bulletproof vests in this motherfucker.
Mike
take
and
all the shots.
Kevin and Mike is bulletproof vests. It's me and you. We take the heat. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm probably gonna take.
I mean, some people just come a little more aggressive than others.
Man, you gotta be as aggressive because somebody talk, but they talk.
I ain't say you.
I'm just saying.
Hey, we talking
I ain't say you. I'm talking about the women.
Like some because they're talking with passion. they talking with passion. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. It's not aggressive. It's just passion and what you're trying to portray and get out. So that's why you might sound a little louder.
It do be passion when you be speaking.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Men don't be aggressive. We be passionate about what we say.
It's passionate.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing about.
I mean, we gotta be able to express ourselves. We're sassy if we do too much.
We gotta try. We're the same.
Who made that word up?
Hey, Big Mike.
Sassy.
We need you to do what you do.
Oh no, it's already up there.
They told you to say it though. They like to hear from you though.
You want me to read it? I can read it.
Yeah, you can read that.
Okay, so we gotta say the disclaimer because tonight we're talking about, is there a bias against men in family court and custody battles? I don't know what he said, but they crack it up. And it's a series of questions tonight. And sometimes men get a little passionate when it comes to
I thought that was the disclaimer.
Man,
this.
too.
I'm about to say the disclaimer. That's what I was getting into. Okay, so here comes the disclaimer.
Boy, see, hey, a picture for the Reds, boy. That ball came so fast with a curve.
Screwball, nigga. That's what they curve that nigga with.
Man.
So everyone on the panel is expressing their opinion, and their opinion is strictly their opinion. It does not have anything to do with the brand, nor it reflects on the brand integrity. Shout out to Mike on that disclaimer. But that is day-to-day disclaimer, y'all.
Yes.
So
salute.
Shout out to my wife over there on the ones and twos,
threes and fours.
That she's supposed to, like a champion, you know what I mean? She got a real workout here, real work ethic. Yeah, something that's hard to find.
And we need y'all to engage, share, like, do it again,
subscribe
again,
and comment in that section below.
And again.
And you call in too.
You definitely can call in.
Most definitely.
399-3993.
513.
513-399-3993.
And we want to wish anybody who got a birthday today, we want to wish y'all a happy birthday. If y'all got one coming up this week, we don't get to say it. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And the birthdays that are already passed. And, you know, people on Valentine's Day. Shout out to my grandson, David. Shout out to my cousin, Nero.
Shout out, Nero.
Yeah.
Man.
Happy birthday, cuz.
Happy birthday, cousin.
You know,
Happy birthday to my mom.
Oh yes, happy birthday.
And this is Black History Month, man. You know, we really ain't touched too much on Black history for this month, knowing that we've been in this month.
Okay, what you got?
And I'm kind of disappointed because we didn't really hit on some of those Black history topics.
Sure.
You know, well, look at why are we still in 2025 going through racism? Why is it? It's 2025.
Yeah.
Why are we still going through racism?
Can I say because a lot of white people don't want to admit that they're scared of the talent and the way Black people are because we built the country and they stole it, right? So they scared of us taking it over from them. Back. So that's my opinion on it. And they're just inferior to Black people because the color should never matter. It should be about the person. So if a white person is so concerned about me being Black and my color, that just goes to show how weak they are. Let's go.
Also, Black History Month, man.
Wake it up.
Do y'all, I mean, ask y'all a question. And I want y'all to answer this in your heart, from the heart. And give you a truthful answer. How many of y'all think that y'all not prejudiced? How many of you on the panel think that you're not prejudiced?
I'm prejudiced as hell.
Because if you find yourself saying certain things like, for instance,
I'm gonna say I'm prejudiced against broccoli. I'm okay. Go ahead, y'all. This is me and my dish.
When you ride past a Mexican or something, what's the first thing you just look Mexican ass? You be saying little certain shit, or it's African ass. I ain't know. You know what I mean? Like
I ain't gonna say I hate everybody equally.
I'm
being 100. I dislike everybody equally. Everybody got their flaws.
I was just about to say that.
I love everybody equally, and I hate everybody equally. I can't say I'm prejudiced because I don't like Black.
I'm not prejudiced
just as much as I don't like white folks. I got Mexican people I don't like. Get some other people I don't like. I don't like negativity. I don't like stupidity. And if I don't like that, then damn it, I guess I'm prejudiced. But I don't like stupidity. I like somebody that's gonna come in and say, "How you doing?" and I can speak back and be kind and go about our separate ways.
So I don't. We should change the way we say it. Like instead of saying this motherfucking A-Rap or you should say like this guy right here.
I mean, we should really take color out of everything because at the end of the day, we human beings. We all sleep, eat, die the same damn way. A bullet can kill anybody in this damn place. A bomb can blow us all the hell up. Y'all can die of sickness, just like everybody else in this world.
Right.
But the problem is we put color on everything, and it kind of just takes away from us trying to get to know each other.
You put color and ethnic background on it. Because, you know what I mean? It'd be what they race. You know what I mean? What they are. Well, what you think, Mike?
I mean, but of all colors, we calling ourselves Black. And Black is, I think, this. Right. Black is that. And we're not Black.
So what are we?
I mean, they say copper color races in the dictionary. You put a penny to your skin, I promise you it's going to match it.
And then penny ain't black. Huh?
That's the original color that they placed on us. But I think it was us who came up with the term Black. One of them leaders, them entertainers.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what changing people's respecting people that's famous.
So
let one famous person say this is this, what people gonna do? Follow that trend and saying this is this.
What if that shit was reverse engineered on us? Like if we was the first people on the planet, if all the original people had color, right? And then we heard of albinos, and they were Black but with no pigment. Could you not see a place where they felt ostracized and felt crazy in a whole city full of Black people, and you got a couple albinos, a couple skiing people and they felt a certain type of way, and they magically just they call them lepers, and they migrated to their own area and they just kept sleeping with each other. Nasty shit, just, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have no options, and mixing and mingling, they ended up with Caucasians in the mountains of the Caucasus Mountains, right? No color. So we pushed them out per se because they didn't fit in, and they come back and learn how to do the exact same shit on us and make us inferior and turn it back on us to a whole nother level. And we sit here like, because we can't act like it ain't classism. You know what I mean? A tiger gonna look at a motherfucker, a tabby cat like, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? If you don't fit, you don't fit. You know what I mean? And we try to say about racism, it's about differences. You know what I mean?
History repeats itself.
Right, exactly. And they re-engineered the wheel on us and used our shit against us. They divided us. And so they made the colors. They made us look at each other different. We had a full-fledged economy. We had full-fledged medicine and sciences and math and astrology and real life shit going on. And then they come back in and convince us that we ain't got shit, we don't know shit. You know what I mean? Got us fighting each other, got us separating ourselves into little subgroups. You know what I mean? If you from here, you from here, you from here, you from here, you all different. You know, they use the book, talk about all these tribes and clans and all this, and you know, separated us in the book. So we accept separation from the beginning when we was all one under his realm. Before the book, we was just one. We was humans and we interacted with each other. We understood the business. We stood on that shit. We was on bullshit. You lost a hand. You get killed. You know what I mean? It was an eye for eye. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
So you think we all was the same people?
I mean, they go back to the very, 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 very beginning. You know, like all white people got black DNA on them.
Yeah.
Every white person was planet got black DNA. Traces back to, I forget what they said her name was back in Africa millions of years ago, but it's one motherfucker, the Eve gene they call it.
You said they got our DNA in them?
Yeah. Like if you look at all white people got some black in them.
That's what original people.
So because that's the original, because from the very, very beginning. So if you rewind and try to play it in your mind, like if it was only black people, if the earliest known civilization, the earliest known fossils, the earliest known everything was in Africa. We know this. This is scientifically proven, right? So
that's been questioned. That's been debunked. But go ahead. You know, go down that rabbit hole, but I get what you're saying.
Right. So with that being said, like, you know, now I ain't saying that, you know, stuff from outside of our planet couldn't have contributed to some of the madness that we're dealing with. But I'm talking about as far as, you know,
talking about the bones that we found, this and that. But
and what they've been able to prove that every single Caucasian person who had their genealogy is traced has some. Has some, and it traces back to ancient times. You know what I'm saying?
So that if they had some of our DNA, what was the other part?
They commingle, you know, like if you go to Iowa, Utah, Montana, some of them places, they had no problem with uncles sharing nieces and you know they.
No, I'm saying what is the other DNA?
He said Iowa.
I'm saying what is the other DNA that's not ours? What is their base DNA? You know what I'm saying?
Right, but like that's I kind of said, it kind of since they diluted it by commingling. You know what I'm saying? Like a brother, a father, you twist your genomes and shit up. If a father sleeps with his daughter, a father sleeps with his granddaughter, and then his son makes love to his niece. You doing nastiness, and you starting to, and if it's all this is this recessive gene of lack of pigment.
But there's still one DNA that you're naming.
Well, it's a common because it wasn't just
father, son.
But what I'm saying is, but the genome, but you know, like your genes have to do with your color of your skin, have to do with some of your features and shit. And we saying a certain featured people got exercised and put in a corner. They wasn't all related. Albinos didn't come from one place. They came from multiple different places. You know what I mean? They come from multiple different tribes and communities, and they all share different DNA. They all went to one place. This is just my perspective, you know.
I mean, it's interesting.
You know what I mean? And they commingle together and alter because you know, like with gene splicing, like you keep laying the same thing. You start to fuck with the genetics of it all. You start doing the, you know,
with gene splicing, you gotta be mixing something else with something else. Right.
We're talking about the lack of color.
But you said they all got our DNA in it. So that's one strand, right?
Okay.
You said they got it in they all got it in them.
Right. They
right.
trace back to have some color in there.
So that means what is the other part of the DNA? You know what I mean? That ours added to theirs.
Well, you know, I could go off a deep end and say what I really think, which is a lot of people might not agree with me, but you know, since the beginning of time and people started looking at hieroglyphics and all that, they talked about people coming up in vessels.
You talking about the Anunnaki and all that stuff?
No, I'm talking about like we talk what they call them extraterrestrials in theory.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? So, but they couldn't fuck with us hand in hand because we in the jungle, we could see them. We knew they were different. They took the ostracized people and played with them. Remember, like some of the earliest movies they used to show, like aliens taking humans and doing shit with them and fucking with them and all that. Who's said they didn't do that shit thousands of years ago in the Caucasus Mountains, and that's what came the fuck out. And that's why all they do is destroy and try to tear this planet up and try to conquer and dissect and study us like we fucking lab rats. But it with total disregard to the human, to the planet Earth at all. All they look forward to is getting off this motherfucker. All the motherfuckers who really got some bread trying to get off this motherfucker. They like, fuck Earth, it's gonna turn into a trash can. We gonna leave these motherfucking colored motherfuckers down here. We don't care about a nuclear war. We don't care about no motherfucking poisons. We don't care about no viruses. We don't care about shit. We got a plan to get the fuck off of here. They've been freezing motherfucking genes and shit with the plan to regenerate a certain race of motherfuckers with cryogenics because they got a plan because they understand they got a level of understanding the science that we ain't got because they've been fucking with them and not telling us. They just now starting to admit that it's unidentified aerial phenomenon. They ain't UFOs no more. They just government just stated that shit. That they admitting that shit now. We've been hearing about this shit since before back as I can remember, since National Enquirer and all the little magazines and all the other shit. Used to be motherfuckers got snatched up. This happened. And they were like, no, y'all tripping. They just drug addicts. They crazy. Now y'all saying shit might have happened. How much of this shit been smoke and mirrors? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all so interested in learning the motherfucker and then stealing and taking and killing and experimenting and then all y'all want to do is get the fuck off the planet? You know, now they flying rockets around the sky. They trying to get.
They had a hotel on Mars.
That's what they're working on all that. So I can't say that, but I'm just saying that
they got one.
They're working on getting off of here and letting us or doing what they want to do with us and just letting because they know the Earth will repopulate. The Earth will regenerate. No matter what they do to Earth, they can't kill the Earth like that. So if they like with dinosaurs, if anything happens, it's going to regenerate. So I personally believe that race of motherfuckers is trying to milk because it's all about power generation. They infatuated with power generation. You know what I mean? Well, it was oil, now it's lithium, nuclear. You know what I'm saying? It's all about power generation. What do they do with that power? Trying to get the fuck off the planet and kill everything down here. They're not caring about recycling. They're not caring about keeping the air clean. They don't care about global warming. They don't care about none of that shit. All they care about is generating power to get the fuck off this motherfucker, sustain life off this planet. Does that sound like a motherfucking human to you? Does that sound like a motherfucker who was born here and was taught to raise and nurture the earth and be one with one another and all that? No. You know what I mean? That's why I always thought that it was some sort of tainting, like you said, not disagreeing with what you said. You know what I mean? What is that odd link that separates them and why they so what they are? Why they know they don't get along with nan race. Every country and every continent they ever went to, all they do is learn, tell the motherfuckers that you're gonna do what I do or we're gonna kill you. That's it. That's all. They ain't trying to let you live and let be and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fucking bow down to Jesus and you're gonna do what the fuck we say, or we got guns or drugs. Pick your choice. Take these drugs or we're gonna use these guns. Shut the fuck up and stay in your corner while we do what the fuck we want on your shit And if you don't like it, get high or die.
So
no in between. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't mean to park the car right here.
Me neither. I didn't mean to even go down that road. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're gonna drive on.
That was a good bill.
I don't know.
Was a good bill.
But
we're gonna drive on to
bias and family courts.
And custody battles. Ooh.
I guess I could start it off just because I went through a little bit and just walk away from it. I didn't have a custody battle, but I had to go through the courts to get my son when he was in foster care when I first moved back in town. And I know the hoops I had to drive through and how but I don't know what a woman has to go through who ain't got a child. But I know for me, they was wanting, they wanted to, look through every aspect of my life with a microscope. You know what I mean? Like they literally came to my house and wanted to go through my trash cans and tell me I couldn't have beer in my refrigerator and told me all types of crazy shit. And I'm like, bitch, like, this is my son. He in foster care. His mama dead. He ain't got no family. And you trying to fight me to get him out the system? Who the fuck? You know what I mean? Like who? They gave me an option not to even get him. I thought that was crazy. It's like you can just pay child support because he already in the system and we know you. We didn't look for you. We didn't never notify you that you might have a child. So we ain't trying to get no back support on you. But if you know what I'm saying, he 14, well, he was 15 and he a gangbanger with 2 felonies. And if you don't want him, you ain't got to take him. He can stay where he at, but we're gonna start charging you child support after such and such date. And I'm like, nah, if that's my biological seed, I'm taking it. I don't give a fuck what his baggage is. So I jumped through all the hoops, and I felt kind of unfair. I felt like it was like, damn, if I'd been a woman, this would have been half as hard. You know what I'm saying? But since I was a nigga, you know what I mean? I really felt like they was really looking for a reason to tell me no. But I had all my ducks in a row. You know what I mean? So they couldn't. You know what I mean? So, but I definitely feel like the system is bent against men because the standard is so much higher for biological woman or for a woman to want their child, but 9 times out of 10 a woman don't not have their children.
Can I say something real quick? They like to put, especially our race, in the foster care system. And a lot of the foster care system that I've heard from a lot of people is they get molested a lot, they get treated different. Not everybody, because I know people that has foster kids and they are great people too, but it's a lot of people that get treated messed up in foster care. So for them to be so critical on the father getting the child is unbeknownst. It's like unbeknownst to me.
It was crazy to me because this foster lady, she ran it as a business. She said, I get teenage kids because nobody want them. And then when she had them, she just let them.
Cut the fan off.
So she told me that she did it for business. She got teenage kids about 13 years old that nobody wanted, and she would move them into her house, give them a room. She would buy them a video game system and buy them a game or something every month and let them do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. As long as they went to school and didn't get her in trouble for truancy, she didn't care. That's how he was in the gangs and all the shit he was into. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of hurt my heart when I'm trying to be a man and show, because he was raised around women and his mama died when he was 8 and his grandma died when he was 10, and he kind of got shoved in the foster care system. You know what I mean? And it was like, damn, I'm trying to get him and try to get some regulation in this nigga life, and y'all looking at me because I got a felony on my record from years and years ago that I might not be qualified. If I'm not qualified to handle this motherfucking little nigga, who the fuck he is? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's my DNA, half me. But they treated me like I was somebody else. And I've seen how they make it easier for other motherfuckers, especially other races.
Time out for 1 second, Sam. Is there any way we can put that on low? Because she's saying that's too loud. And can you pivot it a little more towards it, please? Yeah.
Oh, he high. He high.
For the record, y'all, I ain't hot.
I do it here. Watch out. You got it.
I ain't hot. I just need a breather.
I don't know how to do this.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how to do the speeds. I don't know how to do the speeds.
Right. Yeah.
I got a couple comments really quickly.
It's 420 in this
one. Crystal, she worked in the system, and she said the course is biased against any non-custodial parent, man or woman. And then she said,
what's custodial mean?
the person who got custody.
The main person, but I thought both did. But I don't know. But anyway, unfortunately, once the system take the kids, everyone got to jump in and out the hoops. Like you got to jump in and out of hoops,
Right.
basically to get it back and whatever. Once they're in the system, because they have control. They have control to ruin your child. They have control of that. So yeah.
Can we
We're starting it off. You know, you gotta when you have a child, you gotta file for custody anyway. A lot of people don't even know that. They just think because the child living with them that they got custody, but really nobody got custody. You got to go file for that child first.
That's crazy.
I was just about to say that. Can we address why they have authority over your child? And it's really because the child is considered, if you read the paperwork,
Right.
the child is considered a ward of the state.
That's why they can lock you up for not giving vaccinations and tell you that you're gonna go to jail if your kids get sick and you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Like
This what kills me.
They're a ward of the state.
That's deep.
That's real deep.
A lot of people don't know that.
Is that because they're U.S. citizens? Is that where that coming in?
Yeah.
That's like with the Social Security.
I heard
and all that.
you don't have to give a birth certificate when you give birth to your child. They have to be a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's where it starts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they scare you into thinking
Wake
you
it
have
up.
to do that, but you really don't have
Ain't
to.
that what they-
But you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a
Because once
plan.
you give birth to your child, it's yours. But once you sign that paper saying you're a citizen, they own your child.
It's like a Social Security
Deep.
number.
Yeah.
Ain't that what you getting with it when you
Same
sign?
thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like you getting your Social
You're
Security.
literally giving your child to the state.
That's just an account
When
number.
you say that, people be thinking, yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen. It really ain't good that. It really not.
That's
It
deep.
was killing. You know why I don't like what's that
That's
family
deep.
jobs? What's that? How you?
Job and Family Service.
I can't stand like they got people who ain't got kids telling you how to raise a kid.
Mm.
That what bugs me. Like you can come and demand something from a person who has a child, talking about a child's safety when you don't even have a child, ain't raised a child, ain't gave birth, they went through the situation. People who are struggling with kids, but you telling them they wrong and they, unless you are abusing your kids, if you ain't and you just struggling and you trying to put food on the table, you just like every parent that we was raising, just trying to take care of a family. How can somebody that don't have a family tell you ain't doing right?
Or tell you standards of living.
Yeah,
for you.
that don't make sense to
That's
me.
They train them on that position.
But
I mean, I get that, but it just does stupid to me. It's the
State, it's the government.
Yeah.
So, Crystal said non-custodial is obligator and custodial is obligate.
Obligee. She's the obligee.
So what's the difference?
It means
I would have to
the
look that up.
obligator is the person who has to go pay that money. And the obligee is the person who's going to receive it when you put on child support.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
like, well, I wasn't never on child support, and I never was involved with that, so I don't know.
I got a story like, so one of my kids, you know, stayed with his mom, of course, and the mom ended up going to jail. You know what I mean? For some type of offense that I ain't gonna put out here, but she went to jail, and they gave her a few years.
Right.
The grandma. Now, let me rewind it back a little bit. I recently, before this incident took place, went down and took a DNA test. Found out he was mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the courts already knew where I was at.
About you.
Yeah, they knew because I was signed up, because I did two of them at the same time, and I was paying child support.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just why it was deep to me, like, because the grandmother ended up taking the kids to Indiana, getting custody of them in Indiana, and then moving to Columbus, and told them she didn't know where I was at. They had no contact with me, and the courts just ran with it, like,
Right.
okay, fine.
Nothing
Like,
did,
knowing
but
that I just took a DNA test.
Right.
So y'all know where I'm at. You know who I am. Like, I'm willing to step up and do what I got to do, period. Like, if that's the case, y'all rob me of actually getting my kid, because I could have been the one that raised him instead of his grandma raising him, and you know what I mean, right. Turn it into something else that didn't need to be. Like, but it was just that fact. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they played me like that. I ain't even get no say-so in it. And then one time I go get him on Christmas after not seeing him for years. He went over his cousin's house, and they stayed here in the city. And the aunt called me like, man, I got your boy down here. You want to come get him? I said, hell yeah. Shot down there and picked him up, when it splurged on him and everything. Came on back to the house. We all kicking it. Me, he getting to meet his brothers and his sister. He getting to meet everybody. You know, we all kicking it. I get a phone call from the police. Mr. Gray, this is Cincinnati Police. We just want to let you know that if you're in custody, if you have your son, blah blah blah, we're gonna need you to take him back where you got him from before his grandmother gets down here, because she's going to put kidnapping charges on him. Right. On Christmas.
Right.
Hey,
that's a bomb.
A big bomb. I'm like, we all sitting there looking, was vibing. Now it's, damn, we got to leave already. Like, it was just crazy, you know what I mean? So I had to take him on back down there for Johnny Law be on me. And she damn sure came down here too.
That's like mic drop.
She wanted to do it.
And that's sad because
she wanted to keep me out of this life period so she could be the one to raise him.
I heard the conversation with her, and she was very, she's something mentally wrong with her. So that's why it's messed up, because it don't matter who raises the child. They go to certain people that have mental issues. Like something is mentally ill with her. Yeah. I heard the conversation, how she was threatening you and stuff. So she's mentally ill. He was raised by a mentally ill person, but they allowed that.
A lot of people understand that when you're in a different state, the states don't communicate. Wow. Like when she moved to Indiana and she told them whatever, they not about to call Ohio. That's no longer they don't, you know what I mean? Like, because I didn't know that shit when I moved to Indiana and they did a background check on me, nothing showed up. None of my felonies, none of this shit. I was Joe Schmo clean, just Johnny nobody up that motherfucker. And I'm like, damn, I got transferred over from my felony conviction, my probation to Indiana. When I get to Indiana, they able to do a search on me. I got nothing because I had nothing in the Indiana state system. And it does with all the systems. Like, we think that we all connected, but for real, we like 50 different countries.
Yeah, fact.
They don't talk to each other. They don't coexist. They don't agree with each other. They don't have to enforce another motherfucker's laws. They ain't gonna extradite. They ain't gonna fight for you because you ain't even know. Motherfucker took to another state, whipped it up, came back, and now they got Indiana papers that you can't argue in Ohio about.
No, can't do nothing.
Because, you know what I mean? Because of the way this shit kind of made up, you know what I mean? And it's just like we caught up in the muck, you know what I mean? And
the they mean like separate jurisdictions.
Yes.
Well, really, they mean separate countries.
Yes. The governor in Indiana can make rules and motherfucking is fucking 50 miles away, and then make the governor in Ohio make another rules. And
you saw how it happened down there in Florida.
Yeah.
That critical race theory crap.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now he made a rule you can't teach that in schools or whatever, you know. That ain't like that nowhere else.
Mississippi got rules. That
still real quick, I just want to read what Ward say. Keeping care. This is from the etymology.
Can I get a water?
Keeping care, safekeeping, also control, rule, proper preservation, guarding, protection. So it says control and rule. So when they say your kid is a ward of the state, they ruling over that kid.
That's
they got control.
I never thought of that, but why they call the person who run the penitentiary a ward in. Mm-hmm. Never once put that two and two together to right this second.
And the prisoners is a ward of the state.
Yeah. So Crystal said now the law got changed in 1997 and went back to 70s, giving the mother custody and the father have to go to court to get shared custody.
But this was
not right now, because my daughter actually going through that at this specific moment, and she just had to file the custody papers. You know what I mean? This
so
is
she
right
really
here in
don't
Ohio.
have custody?
No.
The state do.
Yeah. She had to file the papers. That's what she's going to court for right now.
The state is the first parent.
Yeah. Once you sign that birth certificate.
Right.
I wish I knew that, man. I would have gave mine away ASAP.
What?
I promise you. I would have made sure they had war to the state. Oh shit! I wish I knew they was little. They grown now, because I would have been like, shit. I only got custody of y'all motherfuckers for real. Like,
You gonna pay the
y'all
state
go
child
ahead.
support? They gonna let the child support come lock you up?
I just
paying
wish
them.
I knew that. I didn't never know that basically somebody else had custody of my children because I got the birth certificate and signed the birth certificate. I never knew that.
That's why you get in trouble when they don't go to school.
Right. If you don't get
Because they're not in your custody. They're in the state's custody. And you can't make that decision without them having the first decision.
unless you go through that whole religious exemption shit. That's the only thing. That's the loophole. You know,
you too much gang.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta know the loopholes, though. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start talking, because you can't tell me what I believe and what I feel, and it's against my religion. You know what I mean? You gotta stand by that shit, straight face. It's against my religion. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in vaccines. I don't believe in that paperwork. I don't believe in that shit. You can't make me. That's against my religion. Y'all throw this motherfucking Jesus shit in a nigga face. Y'all throw this motherfucking Roman Catholic shit in a nigga face. My religion say, I ain't on that. And y'all can't, and now it's a back and forth. And if you stand on the ground, you can take that shit all the way to the Supreme Court. You're gonna win because you allowed your religious freedoms. You know what I mean? It's just we don't know how to use and manipulate the system for us, and that's what we're trying to learn how to learn the ins and outs of the system, so we can learn the loopholes and learn how to get out of their war, per se. You know what I mean? Try to learn how to be free in this penitentiary we call the United States. Because we all trapped.
So that's crazy. They be naming neighborhoods 9th Ward.
Yeah.
So what is they really what is they really saying?
But certain neighborhoods used to be like places for like the army people, and they really made these neighborhoods specifically for neighborhoods contain people.
Yeah,
they made it to contain people. They build them up, and y'all stay over there. We do this for y'all while we got the big houses and the hills and the land and the space and the lakes and the rivers and all the other shit. Y'all, we gonna put y'all together. That's what they talk about. It's a housing shortage, but they got millions of acres out that motherfucker that's just open and free. That people just let they cows and shit run for millions of acres because somebody gave it to them after slavery. Because they didn't want to break it up for black people, so they just gave it to certain families of others. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the colored others. You know what I mean? And so they got millions of acres that's available for us, but they say we overpopulated. We overpopulated. How? When there's millions upon millions of acres in the United States alone that's available. Mm-hmm. But it's all about them mind control.
Land, they gonna whack you too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You got a question, baby?
I do. Real quick. If a man wants the child and a woman doesn't, should his opinion matter?
If the man,
but you got to remember the opinion is an opinion. But should you matter as the man? Because we as women carry the child. So should it matter? I don't think it matters, because especially with what y'all just said about the state and all that, I don't think it do matter.
Can you repeat the question, please?
If a man wants the child and a woman doesn't, should his opinion matter?
Oh, you talking about far as
abortion type stuff?
Having a kid,
or aborting a kid, or
should your say so count? And
I think it should count, but rather it's gonna stand.
Right, because what you gonna do? Take her to court and say you can't abort because I don't want it, and then you know what I mean, like, and then we'll give her murder charges. She go motherfucking shove her hangers, do some other shit. You know what I mean? Give her a murder case because that's what they getting down to now. The fetus is alive, and if you do something to the fetus, it's just like killing somebody. So, you know what I mean? We're going down that gray area where white people controlling what's going on in our bodies. We got to come to a level of understanding amongst each other about, if you lay with a motherfucker and get her pregnant and she don't want to have your baby, you might choke to the game. Like, but that same thing for a woman. If you get laid up and get pregnant by a nigga and he don't want to be bothered, don't be fucking crying the blues and talking shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because if we got to swallow y'all aborting and we don't want it, y'all got to swallow us walking away and not want to be bothered with you.
My thing is, like,
that's not my perspective, but I'm just saying is if you want to be fair, I'm about fair more than right or wrong.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Like, my thing is, why isn't it called human trafficking when the mother take the kid away from the dad? You feel me? And there's no contact, no nothing. You don't even know where your kid at. Why isn't that called human trafficking?
That's kidnapping, ain't it?
That's what I'm talking about. That's
to
what
a whole
human.
other state, and you still
Yeah, it's kidnapping.
Yeah, I mean, no,
human trafficking.
Right.
But that's when, there's very few men that go file a petition with the state they live in and jump through the hoops that they talking about to start the petition. Because I hear about certain women running off with the kids. They make the news every blue and a half moon and they looking for them. But that's because a motherfucker went through the hoops. Most motherfuckers just chalk that shit to the game, like, oh, they going on where they at, fuck it. Versus be like, all right, I'm about to get the law involved. We so anti-system that we don't use the system when we can. You know what I mean? Because the system is so fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, we don't trust nothing about it, but it's like the internet, you know what I mean? There's some parts of the system that actually function in a motherfucker's benefits. You got to understand that shit and learn how to maneuver that shit like a tool. But at the end of the day, it ain't all systems ain't bad. You just got to know how to play that system for what you trying to do and be specific and stay within the confines of what the fuck you trying to do. You know what I mean? Because, you know, systems can chew you up and spit you out.
And I don't think that we so much anti-system. It was that we experienced where the system was anti-us.
Exactly.
You feel me? And as a result of that, then that's when we became anti. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's how they confuse us though, like voting. We've seen the vote and the stuff that happened with laws fuck us off on a regular basis. So nigga be like, fuck voting. But at the same time, if you don't vote and try to really understand how that machine work, you letting it pimp you because it's been pimping you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if you allow the job and family systems services to just only do big work for men when it comes to getting money from us and not making a woman accountable, but when she do fuck shit like take your child or her grandma, your grandma do this and then the third be like, nah, I'm going down here to Job and Family Services Ohio. I got a proof of a motherfucking birth certificate. I got this, I got that, the third. I got a lawyer. I'm gonna spend a band or something to get somebody on this, and I'm about to fight this shit tooth and nail. I'm not going to accept that because that's what they told me I have to. You know, they make us believe that we have to accept shit. Like, we don't have to accept shit, but we black and we gotta die. Everything else is a choice and a fight. What are you willing to go through to fight to get you to do your shit? Because I'm not a believer in no barriers. You know what I mean? If it's something that you want to get done, it's a way around it. It's a way around or through or over or under or something. Just we humans, we God's children. We can make a fucking way out of nothing. But we don't put that energy into certain things. We just give up like, fuck it, they got it. Fuck it, it's hard. Fuck it, it's a system. And we just let that shit win versus be like, fuck that shit. I'm going to go and fight in the system. Even though the system didn't fuck me over and over and over again, I know that the system can do this. And I'm going to pay a motherfucker on my behalf to help me finesse this system and get some shit accomplished.
Right. Kev, you got a perspective?
Well, we got Kev in the building. Shout out to Kev Brown Jr. in the building. He don't have any children, so he's quiet.
I ain't got no kids. So when y'all ask this, I can't really say too much because I'm only looking from the outside in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what anybody go through. Like, I have my opinions on it. Like, I'm happy I don't have to go through the shit y'all go through. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy I ain't got too many kids. You know what I mean? I got.
He pointed at you.
You see that shit?
I missed it. Subconsciously,
nigga. But nah, man. Like, I feel like a lot of brothers get the short end of the stick when it comes to stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? When it comes like tax season, women majority of the time, you know, get to claim their kids. Like women that don't let men see their children, but the men is still trying to be a man and take care of their kid, be responsible. they should be criminal, you know what I mean, put in jail, but they don't. Like, if you pay your child support, I've seen cats who work 90 hours a week and they whole money gone because they take care of their kid off child. How they supposed to survive? That's my point. Like, how you expect somebody to live, but you keep taking and taking and taking? All you want them to be is a slave to your system. Now, you got brothers that want to say, fuck it, I don't want to take care of my kids if I can't survive. Now, you know what I mean? Y'all make people want to walk away from their family. You make people not want to be the father they seen. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say all men are great, but there's brothers out here that do what they do, handle their business. You know what I mean? I've seen it. I've seen cats who, I got family members who got a lot of kids. And they, all of them take care of their kids. From a
big family.
Like, big family, but they got, I know cats who got like 8 to 9 kids. My grandmother had 12. My granddaddy took care of all his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from that era of people having big family and people handling their business. But now, they don't want that no more. Because now, you see a strong black president in the house, that's the whole situation. You can't control that. Now you're teaching your younger kids, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it. This is how you walk. This is how you talk. Live by your actions, not by your words. You know what I mean? We don't have a lot of that no more.
Right.
So, yeah, I feel like brothers do get the short end of the stick when it comes to the custody and stuff like that. But, and be honest with you, y'all get the short end of the stick on anything because, man, we ain't supposed to complain. You know what I mean? We was always taught to be tough and strong and not let it roll off our back. And that shit kind of still trickles down to the day.
Yeah.
But that just, you know, that's like I said, me looking from the outside in. I can't really understand a lot, but
the system is set up that way.
Right, it's by design.
Men to have no say so.
Right.
That way they can have the
divide and conquer.
The money
divide and conquer.
Yeah.
That's why they penalize women for having a man in the house if they receive benefits, because they understand that separation. They kept, keep us separate. Because it's divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. What I talked about earlier, like they found ways from when we were any group that we learned how to get into, whether it's the Black Church, whether it's the Black Panthers, whether it's any type of government issue, whether any type of educational instrument, regardless of when it's too many black people with the same mindset, fuck it, even Thug Life or Tupac, nigga. They find a way to break that shit up and divide shit and find a way to just target subsectors of America. That's because the only people they want to have grouped up like that is themselves. That's why you don't hear about them breaking up these militias. No, you don't hear them talking about. They don't even call. They scared to even call them terrorists when they the ones with all the guns and blowing shit up and killing people. They refuse to call a motherfucker a terrorist or motherfucker, but because they can relate to them because that's their nature. It's to kill and conquer, and then they just justify that shit. You know what I mean? But through whatever their reason is, everything we do is animalistic and just unheard of, and this is we're barbaric and we're less than human when we act naturally the way they try to.
I say this, I'm like, y'all speak all this junk. This is what you teach kids in school, how much savagery you really are. We can go back to your crusades. Y'all said this religion is almighty, so I'm going to go and cause genocide to everybody else who don't believe what I believe in. So, and that was all white folk, right? You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with a lot of people, but I'm just saying what y'all taught me. Then you had y'all commits. You came over to another country that wasn't even yours. What you do? You brought diseases. You was unhealthy. You was trifling. You killed everybody else. But let's be honest. We taught you how to navigate, wash your ass, do stuff right, proper hygiene.
Look at the stars and learn something.
I'm gonna say this, and this just being a joke. I'm being funny. It's my opinion, and it's just a joke. I don't have hair busting out. A lot of black men don't have hair busting out their chest either. And man's hair everywhere on their body where it's just like an animal. But caveman, but who's a caveman? You get what I'm saying? I was at real quick, I was at Wynwoods and I couldn't see up where the people grabbed the money from me. But it looked like someone was busting out my chest and I kept looking hard because I had my and I'm like, wow.
It reminded me of a bird.
He had so much hair. He had his jacket with woods on, and it was summer.
Oh,
he had hair busting out his chest.
No, evolution. When you supposed to be in the cold area where we tropical creatures. We equatorial. That's why we got color. We love the sun. We normally where it's warm at. We don't. Only reason we migrated super north was to escape the fucking shit that they was doing to us because they wanted where we was at. You know what I mean? Like,
so I got 2 more questions and a couple comments before we get off here because it's time to go wrap it up in a minute. So the question up there is the question that I wanted everybody to answer. Then I got one more question, some comments from Kristen.
Is it fair that men have no legal say but the financial responsibility? No, it's not fair.
But have full financial
Explain these questions. Can you explain?
I'm gonna explain it. Child support.
Child support. That's pretty much what you asked.
I think that now this may sound crazy, but I think that what she asks for, she also has to provide. So if she asks for $2,000 of child support, she has to provide $2,000 of child support, and that has to be put in a trust fund or something where it has to be allocated towards the expenses of the child. And I think that she'll probably start controlling how much she says she wants for child support, because if it's for the child, it should be for the child.
I think the system. I'm about to say the system kind of dictate. I think how much somebody pay. I think more than a woman can just say, "I want this," or "I want
it's
that."
about how much you
pay. How much? It's about your net worth. It's
It's
about what your net worth is and what they able to milk out of you. Now they gonna believe the titty dry. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck they got, they gonna try to take 80% of your shit. Give 2 fucks whether you $1 million nigga or you a $5,000.
I paid $1,800 a month for years.
Right. I paid $1,000 for one child.
Right, exactly.
And she asked the mother, "Do you want back pay?" I said that. I whispered under my breath, like, "Don't do that to me." She had just popped up when the child was like 15 years old. The $1,000 was already like a whop.
Right.
I'm like, $1,000. And then she said, "Would you like to get back pay?" I said,
He said $1,000.
"No, I got the counting back like back pay." No, for real. I was like, she 15 years. I promise you, I linked over there like.
All right, but there's a lot of niggas who want to do $1,000 a child, because a lot of niggas. So if they did your number saying nigga who got 7 kids. A nigga can laugh at you for your little band, but a nigga who got 7 kids ain't paying 7 bands a month.
Nah, no way.
So that band is heavy in the paint.
What she do?
You know what I'm saying? That band is heavy in the paint. You know what I'm saying? But one, that's heavy.
She had the nerve to go like, I said, "Dang, I ain't even seen my child." Like, I was like, "Oh man." That's when I was like, "Man, they tripping." And every time I called downtown to try to get my payment like adjusted, they was playing me so crazy. They was putting me on hold, passing the phone around. It seemed like everybody was coming.
Because you was trying to use the system. Because you're trying to use the system, and the system
I just gave up. I'm like, man,
that's what most people do.
And because they realize that if you don't understand the system and you just get frustrated with the system, you quit. And that's the machine how they got it set up. They put up so many boundaries and so many things, like the hoop she was talking about. You know what I mean? Like you really got to be willing to go toe to toe with these motherfuckers and educate yourself and get somebody to on your behalf. If you don't know, get you a lawyer. Talk. Even if you just get somebody. I want you to talk to me, and explain to me my rights so I can understand, because this shit don't feel right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck am I supposed to survive? Like, because I had a nigga, he got a lawyer and went back to child support court, and it got him to reduce his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you go in there by yourself trying to make a phone call, they do what they did to you, blow you off. But if you send a lawyer down there, you would have gave a lawyer $500 and said, hey, I need you to go down there and talk to these motherfuckers about me paying this band for one child and I only make this amount of money a month on paper.
Most guys mess up because they don't actually go to sit in the first hearing at the child support when they get put.
Sometimes they don't even know. That's a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? They back out there on child support after the fact.
They tell you they just don't pay attention to their mail when it comes, or they ain't got no valid address.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. A lot of niggas don't have their address. A lot of niggas be in the
But you know what? Mine wasn't even a hearing. We were sitting just like we sitting right now in that little cubicle.
Yeah.
No magistrate. The lady was right there.
If that's the first appointment, you got to be there and be like.
I was there.
But what did you have? Check stubs and all that stuff to, you know what I mean, to prove what you got going on?
She said what she said. Yeah, I had whatever I had, but she said $1,000, and that's what it was.
Shit, mine tried it like that with me. I walked
from back pay.
No, because the girl, I guess she had a little, you know what I mean? She was like, nah, just go for the back pay. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, are you serious? I'm just like,
hey, he funny.
So before we get off of here, I got one more comment, and then we can wrap it up. If y'all want to, or y'all can keep going. Mostly for men need to understand the system is a business where, yeah, you do have rights, but the court wants you to come and pay. Yeah. So this is when you have to make a great choice before planting your seed to get the system out your family. Oh, she just saying be careful where you plant your seed, basically.
But once you plant it, you got to just be willing to go toe to toe in the system. You got to really ready to jump in there, and if you got to get a second hustle or whatever, support the lawyer, whatever the fuck you got to do to get these motherfuckers get right.
Support your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is going to change dramatically once they throw that $600-$700 child support case on you, like, and you got to pay that opposed to still paying your rent, mortgage.
I seen motherfuckers go to work like you said and had $20 after it's all said and done, and that wasn't enough for him to get back and forth to work. You know what I'm saying? Working a full-time job and after taxes and all that shit, motherfucker get $40, $50. You know what I'm saying? $40, $50. You know what I'm saying? Left it for his name to get him to the next paycheck. Like, that ain't even lunch money. Like, that ain't even paying his ride to get him back and forth to work because he can't afford a car and insurance. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the shit's so crazy where they don't give us a fighting chance. Like, you can have two jobs, they still gonna bang you. Like I say, that's why it's when you gotta be like, all right, I gotta make an investment. And we need to secure lawyers when it comes to custody shit. We need to secure lawyers to get us in this shit to give us a fighting chance. Because without that, it's like going in there with a murder case and a public defender, nigga. Like, it's a wrap, nigga. The system designed to chew you up and spit you out. They're gonna make you think that you ain't got no options. Like what she said, it's options for all of us. You know what I mean? Like, they tried to make me feel like a certain type of way. They tried to make you feel a certain type of way. They put you in a box a certain type of way. Thank God you ain't in that box at all, kid. You know what I mean? But
I got down there to the meeting late. I got down there. When I got down there, she was walking out, smiling and shit. I'm like, you smiling shit? You already missed the court appearance. I'm like, I missed it. Oh no, I'm here though. I was just trying to park. Like, no, be on time.
Right.
I ran back upstairs and had to set another appointment to come back so we can come back down here and we can have this conversation over.
Right.
But at that time for a whole month, she got me for a whole month. Where it was set for a child that amount that she was gonna get, and they took that shit until I came back down there. Like, yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and change this up because I can't afford to be paying her this, and I'm already paying this down here with y'all. Though. Yeah, I went. You got to show up. Like, I ain't show up. I showed up, but I showed up late. So you know,
it's just like not showing up.
Yeah,
because they be quick to call us first on the docket.
Yeah.
Like, you 9:02, nigga. Your shit already done, nigga. You like, oh no, y'all started at 8:55 on a nigga. Like, I ain't even tell me the lawyers
started at 8:55.
Right, because they be doing that shit before the time starts. So when they hit 9 o'clock, they already made their decisions on some of that shit. Oh, he ain't here. This person ain't here 15 minutes early. Oh, we're gonna run them through fast because they ain't here. We can just go ahead. All right, we agree. Ain't such and such here? Nope. All right. Such and such here? Nope. All right. Because they already do a head count of the room and who there before they go. So they in. Right. That's what I'm saying. So at 8:45, they know who there and ain't there. Right. They can make the decision. Well, we gonna call these motherfuckers who ain't here first. and run them through the system, and let's get to the people who hear, and let's let them talk and give them some time. But all these motherfuckers who tardy to the party, lay the gavel on their ass. You know what I mean?
Parking is crazy.
You want me to talk?
They said
Once we
okay,
yeah,
that just how it popped up, and then you know you be giving me cues.
Hey,
I want to make
that's
sure
a
I'm on.
cue.
He gave me a cue. I thought like, I don't know, was I supposed to say something?
Yeah, wrap it up, nigga.
it's gonna go around, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's on me. Well, shit, come check me out this Friday. You know, I got my boy's doing his first comedy special. He asked me to be on there. I'm featuring. You know, Austin Deller's the headliner. You got my boy ISO, AJ, and me. So it's gonna be a live night. You know, come out and vibe with us. There's the address and everything on the flyer. I can't really see it from here because
4544 West 8th Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45238.
the Crow's Nest upstairs.
Is that Price Hill or is that down the way? West 8th Street. I know it's a West 8th and Price Hill.
It's somewhere.
So that's probably.
I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Hey, it's gonna be a good night.
GPS 45238.
There you go. There you go. You know what I mean?
It's at the bottom of Price Hill.
I like that. I like that.
I know West 8th up top.
The next one.
so
Look, it's like 3 of them for Kev. The flyers that I'm bringing up, so he can shout the flyers out. And then
Oh, this is something big, man. This is my first comedy show thrown in the club by me. It's the Big Head Comedy Showcase. I'm your host. I got Whitney McDonough, comedian Mikey Williams, my boy comedian Trey Howe, and the one and only Andre Holland. He gonna headline and close it out for us. Everybody, come out and support these young individuals trying to make up and coming. They got into a comedy club, right? We started off in bars and everything else. Now I got the opportunity to bring stuff out of a club. So everybody come out and support these people because we trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
It's in Dayton. I couldn't get the address. It disappeared.
I'll put it back up.
But you always can follow me at Kevin Brown Jr. on Facebook, Big Kev 2Ks86 at Instagram. They got all that will pop up there. Also, that Saturday, because the other show is Friday. This is on the Saturday in March. It's the comedy show. Jamie J headliner come up. Coco Simone. We got T Fresh, Andre Holland, me, Jamie J. And I'm guaranteed no matter what, you're gonna get your laugh. It's gonna be good energy, nothing but love. So come out and rock with us, man. Mad love for real.
I see you, Jamie, out there holding it down. Hey, you've been holding it down, man. You've been running around here doing, you know what I mean, a lot.
I'm trying, and it's funny. It's funny everybody say that. I don't think I'm doing enough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I don't think I'm doing enough.
We are all worst critics.
Because half the time I feel like I ain't doing nothing. I feel like I need to do more than what I'm doing. So I'm always hard trying to reach to. I'm trying to be great.
clap for
Appreciate it.
For real.
keep it going, cuz.
Yeah, I mean, consistency is the key, and you staying consistent, you staying in their faces, making them laugh, you know what I mean? Just your presence, you know what I mean? Overall, you know.
I try.
Day to day.
We believe in you.
That's in the bloodline, though.
It's hereditary.
Hereditary like no other, man.
Yeah. But all my peoples, man, we thank y'all for tuning in to Men's Motivational Monday.
Yes,
It was definitely a powerful show. And a knowledge bowl, because Sam was over there kicking it like soccer. You hear me?
Straight was.
Man.
He had his own net
He most definitely was. I ain't get to hit him with this.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You probably did have like a Net Geo special just a minute ago. I ain't gonna lie. That's what it was. And that's, you be like Net Geo, but what's the brother with the is it Neil Patrick type something? I forgot. Neil, the smart brother. They be talking all about. You be talking just about what we talk about.
I heard it.
Like that man name.
Shout out to Day to Day. Men's Motivational Monday.
Definitely.
Women's Wednesday. Yeah,
He started wrong with
it's cool when they do it. Oh, my bad. It's cool when they
on
do
radio on Sundays.
That's the only one he even got.
Warm it up, Chris. Shout out to
all
Chris.
that hot
That's all I was doing.
We got all that hot ish.
Shout out to Chris for sure. Tree Wheel, whole worldwide.
Worldwide, man. Shout out to Kim Divine. I see you out there holding down.
Divine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about Sundays.
Busy One Radio, day to day from 3 to 4 every Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And we got Iman Tamar coming back on. What day is it?
March 16th, she'll be here live on Busy One Radio
Yeah.
doing her Roots Vibrations.
Roots Vibration. Shout out to Tamar.
Hey man, shout out to King Bear Entertainment. That's my business I'm starting, y'all. Just
For sure.
Shout out to Greg Janitorial.
Mingling Consultant, LLC.
And Cincinnati Wheel Repair coming soon.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. You know, we got hella potholes in the city.
Man, y'all know y'all gonna have to look a nigga up.
Hey, y'all gonna need Sam.
I got you. 20s and bigger. I got you. Y'all.
If you walk in and say, "Damn, Sam," he might give you a discount.
I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie, my style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby, I'ma keep ballin'. I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie, my style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby, I'ma keep ballin'.
Got my poker face on, please watch your hand. I'm from the city where anybody can get it, quit playing. Keep Cardi's on my face so I can watch the shade. More money, more problems, I'm used to hate. V6, 8160 on the dash. Mercedes, baby, I'm the leader of the new class. If you ain't talking money, I can really hear you clear. My shooters is magicians, they'll make you disappear.
I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie, my style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby, I'ma keep ballin'. I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie, my style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby, I'ma keep ballin'.
I'ma keep ballin'. This message red like record. I'm thrilling like Mike. Shit, I'm about this like Joy. Get that coupe and I push it. Get a bad bitch, they push it. Fuck the right in the Mercedes. She was going horses like Porsches. I'm going crazy, I crazy. Going on track, I just torch it. I'm just ballin', I'm going crazy.